double. We're going to go do these. I'm picking up in Aurora, and I'm dropping off in, I think one's Aurora, one's Centennial. All right, guys, I'm going to be driving, so not going to be probably watching too much. So. But I will check comments here and there when I can. Smack that like if you come on in. Appreciate you. Hey, Kevin Hawthorne, what's up, buddy? Smack that like, guys, when you come on in. Appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know why that's so flooded, that loading dock, man. Luckily, I got a cart and pulled all the shit, or pulled all the delivery out. But here, let me pull over and put these in. 5815 South Elkway. It's a 5. 5815 South Elkway. Uh-oh. Is this going to be a pre-build? No. No. So I am trying to figure out where this address is because none of the maps are. This is one of the issues that I've said with Curry before. I haven't had it in a long time, but none of the maps are matching up. So what I'm having to do is go to Apple Maps, and I'm going to have to use Apple Maps. More accessible on the other one. So what is it? Come on here. 5815 South Elkway. 5815 South Elkway. No. Is out here. Oh my gosh. Come on. South. Oh, there's 0 people in here. I can never tell what's going on with YouTube, man. Come on. Really? 0 people in here. 3 likes, 0 people. Yeah. Really? Oh, there's one. I don't even know who's in here. Just figuring this out, guys. I'll be taking off here. I'm going to use 3 mapping devices here to determine what's right here. 5815 South Elkway. There we go. Okay. Start. All right. Got it. Let's do this. What's up, y'all? First one, South Elkway. All right. So, got a double stack Curry, guys. What's up? Yeah. So Let's see. I really don't know how long this will take me. I just picked up the order. It's 11:45 Mountain Time. Let's see how long it takes me to get this done. Let's see. It's been rolling for, what, 5 minutes? Okay. So we'll count those 5 minutes. So let's see how long it takes me to get this done. It's an $85 order with 2 stops. Not a lot of packages, 3 boxes, like a skill saw, a couple other things for one of the stops, and then some parts box that is like duct taped together, and it barely fits in the box and weighs 110 pounds. Really sure what that is, but hopefully the 2 stops are not far apart. Usually I'm pretty good about my pin drops. These are pin drops in pre-built areas, so we'll see. One of the issues about pre-builds too is sometimes you get there, if you're on a white glove order like I am, you need to get the actual package slip signed. So like even if you can't get a foreman or something on the phone, or if you don't see somebody when you come in, you can drop and take a picture. And if I need to, I will, because I'm not going to sit there all day if a foreman doesn't call me back. And I'll get on, and I'll make sure that, one thing you got to make sure you do is if you get on one of these, make sure that you, if it's a white glove and it says signature required, just do this. Just sign it. If you do everything you can, call the contractor when you get there, or as you get close, just say, hey, I'm with Curry. I'm going to be there. I got a package for you. And I need to have it signed for. If the contractor, call when you're about 5-10 minutes out. If the contractor doesn't call you back by the time you get there, wait about 5 minutes. If he doesn't call you back, as soon as you arrive, get into the Curry app and send a message notification that you are on a delivery. It'll show you on a current delivery. So you hit message team. You'll go into the chat, and it says they're usually responding to in 10 minutes. That's not always true, but go put in there so it gets time-stamped that you're at the location, you're going to wait 5 minutes, and then you're going to sign for it and drop. And I do that whenever this happens, because otherwise you could be sitting there for hours waiting for a contractor. Some contractors, the best contractors, answer their phone 24/7, 365, even if they're in the middle of a meeting. They're like ready to take calls at all times. But some contractors don't, and they don't forward their phone to somebody else that could, and that's the problem when they have deliveries coming from hotshot people. So, especially when it's assigned for. I don't like these assigned fors because I've never messed up a drop. I always get it where it needs to go, and most of them are, hey, if nobody's there, just take a picture. And take a picture of the address, make sure you're dropping where you need to and doing it right, and that's what I do. So these white glove ones really can get upsetting a little bit. Hopefully this will be smooth. Sometimes the reason that they're white glove is because there are people there on site and they want to make sure it gets into their hands, or maybe not enough of it's built yet, in which case they don't want you just like trying to find a trailer in a big open space and leaving it in the mud or something. I get that, but I'm smarter than that. I wouldn't do that. So, I mean, they always have something that's sheltered. You can always find something that's sheltered. You take a picture, you send it, you upload it. It gets sent to them anyway. So, but my guess is they have somebody, and maybe this is just needed that bad that they need to have the guy know. But we'll see. We'll see. I've had it go both ways. I've had the contractor answer and be like, great, you're here. I'll be right there. Been waiting for you to get here. Okay, great. And then I've had the ones where they just don't call back, and it's like, whatever, dude. You put signature required, and now you're not here, so. Anyway. That's what we're doing. Well, good afternoon. I'm sorry, I can't see when I'm driving. Jehu 7477. But if you saw at the start of this video, man, I had to go roll this thing out from the side doors because the loading dock was, even the semi in there was buried in water. And we had some rain yesterday, but not like that. That was crazy. Maybe it was like that. I know that actually it flipped over some things at our house, but that was because we had some like gale force winds too. But hey, control. Let's see how quick we can pull off this 85 bucks. So if anybody watching, I don't know, my counter doesn't work, or YouTube counters don't work. At least for me, I don't know. Maybe for y'all, but this is why I like StreamYard better. As much as StreamYard has its issues too, it's not as cranky as YouTube Live, and it's not as wonky as YouTube Live either. What up, Giggity? I'm doing a double stack. I don't know if you saw the start of this video, bro, but they were like, go pull into the ladies like, go pull into the loading bay. And I saw it coming up, and I was like, really? Because I think my car would be submerged. and then this other dude's like, yeah, don't go there, go around to the side, because it was one of those downgrade ones, and even the semi that was in there that I showed in the very start of this video was buried in water, man. We had some flooding out here yesterday. I don't know. We had heavy rains at our house, but I didn't know it was that bad. But that was pretty crazy. I was like, don't make me go in there, man. What's up, Flower? How are you? I'm doing a double curry. See how long it takes me. It's a stacked one. When I started the stream 12 minutes ago, yeah, Giggity. If you look, you'll see a pump going out. The guy was just starting to. I don't know why, dude. It's like 11:52 out here. I'm thinking, man, haven't you been at work since like 7 a.m.? Like, we didn't get rain today. This was definitely from last night. He's just getting around to it. He was, in fact, he's in the video that I shot actually, where I'm showing, hey, look, look how flooded this is, and I don't know. There was a guy out there, and he had the pump going. I showed it, but it's very flooded. It should have been unflooded. But $85 double stack. I got 110-pound box. And then I got like three, I think they're just power tools. I think one of them's like a DeWalt skill saw, and a couple other light boxes. But then there's one of the stops is a 110-pound box. I have no idea what's in it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if that dock had it must have had a sump pump. But it looked like they were like jimmy rigging it. Like it didn't look like, I know what you're saying, Giggity, like it should have one all like literally there for how often, because it happens a lot, but this one looked like they had to go like get one or something. I don't know. Maybe that's just the way it looked. Or why is this guy getting on it now? I mean, our rain came through 15 hours ago, and it's the day after a holiday weekend. He should have had that cleared out. Yeah, maybe. I really don't know what the deal is, but regardless, we did it. Just like a rolling tray, pushed it out, and out the side door, loaded it up. I mean, lucky for me, I'm not in a semi because the semis would have to use that. There were two semis waiting. There's one semi in it, but he's pretty deep in it. So, but yeah, guys, smack that like if you would. These are what they call white glove orders. Again, I was talking about it. You gotta have a signature on these. But guys, I know how to work this, and I'm fine. I will do my job as I'm supposed to. I will call the contractor as I approach, if need be. If I get there and I don't see him, and I will do all the steps. But One thing I do not do is sit around for a half hour if the contractor isn't answering or anything, because I got 2 stops to make. So, I mean, they both need a signature. If need be, I'll put my signature on it. I'll record a short little video and send it to the Curry team saying, I am here, and I show them kind of what I'm doing so that they can see, oh, wait, man, this isn't, why this white glove? Because the other thing is I just talked to this lady, and I actually learned something that I'll talk about on last mile today, because when I get home is last mile. It's supposed to be 1 p.m. Mountain Time. It's 11:55 here, so I'm going to be pushing it to get back on time. But I will start her up as soon as I get back. Or if it takes too long, this will be last mile, I guess, this week. Who knows? This might be the last mile this week, guys. Maybe it will be. Because we can talk about how this thing goes, because this is something that I get once in a while. These white gloves, they do pay a little better. And the pay already is pretty good, but I mean, they do pay better, but they only go out to people who have, in your last 10 deliveries, you need the last, I think it's your last 10 or 20, you need to have 5-star service, you need to have 5-star ratings, you need uploaded pictures that pick up and drop off, you need no self-unassignments, and by the way, we've talked about this before, if you self-unassign, even once, be careful. I don't even want to say be careful. I'm cautious to say this, but once, twice, that could have you deactivated. So don't push. If you grab an order, do it. I know that they have a little leeway, and if you've done hundreds of Curry orders and you need to unassign one, I get it. But I would almost even recommend it in a worst case scenario. You accepted something, you didn't want it. Just don't move your car when it starts and let them unassign it from you. Even though it seems stupid, right? It would make more sense to self-unassign it and let them reassign it quicker to somebody else. But if you don't move your car at all, like at the time of pickup, you're not at least moving towards the destination. It takes about 5-8 minutes before they reassign it to somebody else, and that won't count as self-unassign. Self-unassigns are not good, and they can even, I know of people who have done 40-50 curries, did one self-assign, got deactivated. So it's kind of a big deal, you guys. Don't do it. If you want to be working the Curry platform, there's a couple things. Here's my 2 pieces of advice. I've given them before, but I'll give you my 2 biggest pieces of advice. Don't unassign anything you accept, and so don't self-unassign, and you need to do one at least every 90 days. So I do 2 to 4 to 6 a day. Some days I don't do any, but on the days that I'm really cranking them out, it's but yeah, I mean, so that's not an issue of mine, but I have had people say, dude, I got deactivated, I didn't even do anything, and I'm like, well, how do you know you didn't do anything? And they're like, well, I've never done a Curry. Okay, how long have you been on it? And they were like, I don't know, 3-4 months. I'm like, well, if you don't do one in 90 days, you get deactivated. It's soft deactivation, and you can email reactivation@curry.com. And again, that's CURRI.com. I see a lot of people spell CURRY, and I know that is like curry that we eat. But curry delivery is CURRI. So I know some people say they emailed them. I've even had a couple people come back to me and say, no, I emailed them. And then they're like, wait a minute, dude, I put curry with a Y. So, yeah, if you put curry with a Y, it ain't going to get to them. What up, Joe? What up, Jerry? How you guys doing? I'm on a double curry stacked white glove order, meaning it needs a signature. This is it kind of goes to people who do, it goes to the like top curry drivers or the white glove ones. But to me, it's a little bit more money, sure. But to me, it's a pain sometimes because you got to get physical signatures on these things, and I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of that. What's the name? Go away. Self-worry. They got me down here in a zone. I swear, maybe I've never been down here. This is some of the new stuff they've built for the people, for the neighborhoods they're building for people that work in Space Force. You know, our newest armed services. Space Force. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right. But yeah, so we'll see if the hey, what's up, Joe? I mean, Joe, let's play DoorDash. Other Joe, hi too. But what's up, Joe? What's up, Derek? How are you? Yeah, I'm on a double curry, guys. So it pays good. We'll see. Hopefully, it's easy. It's a white glove job, and that only means you need to get signatures on your manifests. Normally, I can just take the manifest and the items, take them to the person, or if not, use my best judgment on where to place the items in case of weather or whatever, and then take a picture and move on. So this is one of those ones where the contractor has asked that it be signed for. So in my opinion, he better be standing out there. What up? What up, Tony? He better be standing out there waiting, because I've done these before where I was talking about this before. Some contractors are amazing, and they answer their phone 24/7, 365 days a year. Seriously, 2 in the morning, whatever. They have so many things going on. I know a bunch of contractors who do this. But then there are some who are kind of like not so on their game, and those people are supposed to reassign. They're supposed to re-forward their phones to whoever is on site, and often they don't do that. And so a lot of times I'll leave a message saying, "With Curry, I got a delivery," and I can tell they're not a good, like, it's actually, I've actually learned some of the general contractors that suck in this town, because if they don't answer their phone or get back to me, they're not good. General contractors should get back to you within minutes. So, all right, I see a couple constructions going on here. Hopefully this will not be an issue. Show's going around the little loop here, which I'm not doing. Yes, guys. If this is it. All right, guys, I will be off for 1 second. South. I want to do it right. South Quinton. Okay. Okay, it looks like about 19 minutes. No problem. Man, they are building. We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety. Joe, if you looked at the start of the Let's Play DoorDash Joe with the other Joe. Sorry, there's 2 Joes in here. But if you look at the start of this video, you'll see where I was supposed to pick up this order from was just a pile of water, man. I mean, the whole loading dock is flooded, and they had like one guy, and it's 12:07 out here. This was about 15-20 minutes ago, and this guy was pumping it out, but I mean, it's like, come on, dude, like, it's noon, and this was loading dock in Aurora. Like they opened up at 6, 7 a.m. I don't know. There was one truck in it. There were two trucks waiting to get in it. So I don't know if there had to be an issue with the pump. I don't think he was just being lazy, and there was a whole team there. Although I will say that I do think it's weird that I do think it's weird that the lady who was at the desk was like, "Yeah, just pull around and load up at the loading docks." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm an SUV, not a submarine, so I don't have the James Bond car that goes underwater, guys. So I don't know. If I did, I probably wouldn't be using it for gig work. But my car would have needed to be a boat too." Joe, I think did you send me the video? I haven't watched it yet because I've had a busy day today so far, but did you send me the video of that fireworks thing? I saw something from Livonia. I'll have to watch it if you did later, or maybe I saw it on YouTube. I don't know where I saw it. I think you sent it to me, maybe. Well, Tony, in 1 month, or tomorrow, me, you, and Ron will be having lunch at Wash Park Grill. And in 1 month, is it even a month now? What's the date? Yeah, it's literally a month today. 1 month from today, you will be at the event that Curry is sponsoring, and Alice will be there. A couple of my other connections will be there, and we will make sure again, that favor is becoming extremely difficult. Every once in a while she might ask, "Do you know somebody in this area, or do you know someone here, or whatever?" But, but yeah, I have told her about you, and we need to get you off the list. So when you meet her in person, I will say, "This is Tony. This is the one we needed to get off the list." And so let's make that happen. Yeah, last night, Joe here, let's play DoorDash Joe. We got two Joes in here. Let's play DoorDash Joe. Last night here, we had such a nasty rainfall that it was like intermittent too, and like really downpouring. So it made fireworks tough last night. But they were figuring out a way to do it in between. And then a little gunfire too down on Colfax, like always. Some people just shoot their guns off. I don't know how that's a firework. Definitely don't agree that that's safe, and I am not for that. And I think that if you own a gun and you are shooting it off drunk on the 4th of July as fireworks, I think you are a moron. I think you should be locked up, and I think you should be pistol whipped in the face for being a moron. Personal opinion. I'm all for guns. I'm all for the legal right to have them. However, I'm not for complete dumbasses to be allowed to have them. So if you go out in your backyard and have 15 beers and then decide it's a good idea with your kids playing in the pool or whatever to pull out the gun and start shooting, then I think you need to have your gun, your children removed from you, and you need to go to some human classes, we'll call them. Human classes. No, so Joe, no, the Tigers were in town. I'm born and raised Michigan. The Tigers were in town this weekend, and my son and I went to every game, all three. When I worked across the street at Giggling Grizzly, I've seen hundreds of games. I've been in that stadium so many damn times, and sorry guys, I'm gonna be honest here, I hate the Rockies. I hate them. Always have. But I always used to go across the street around the third inning when things would slow out in the bar and people would leave us tickets at the bar all the time, like, "Hey, somebody didn't show up here, here's some tickets." So we'd always have something back there. Around third inning, I'd go in, if I wanted to see the opposing team. So I got to see a lot of opposing. I got to see Montreal when they were still a team. So it's I don't know. Growing up in Michigan, I got to see tons of games, but it's out here I got to see all. I've basically seen all the teams come through the Rocky Stadium now. But I picked 3 different locations. My son and I sat in all 3 spots, and Friday and Saturday night were fireworks games, and the fireworks shows that they put on at Coors Field are pretty good. So that was our 4th of July, really. Last night it was just boring. I don't really go buy fireworks and stuff. And to be honest, to go to those Tiger games wasn't cheap the way I wanted to do it. So, yeah. So now I'm working my butt off to try and make some money because it actually was a little costly. Especially the 3rd day because we wanted to see, these are, by the way, for anybody who follows baseball, these are, okay. These are that's probably, unless by some luck we get to see another Tigers game somewhere, but really it's not in our deck of cards this summer to be traveling anywhere where it looks like that might happen. So we probably just saw our last games with Miggy playing. He played on Friday and Saturday. He did not play on Sunday, and that was when we had right behind Detroit bullpen. But he came out. So we, it was awesome. The whole thing was awesome. But Miggy's at that Victor Martinez stage of his career. This is his last year playing. I know he's talked about retirement before, but this is legit. The contracts are signed. Everything's done. It's done and done. And hopefully Alex Avila will decide to find a way to incorporate him into the organization because the Tigers, I don't care if you guys look at the records and say, well, they're just under 500 still, and, blah, blah. The Tigers are playing awesome for the Tigers. If you guys don't watch a lot and you just start going on wins, losses, you're not really seeing how they're playing for a rebuilding team. And they're playing awesome. And I don't know if you guys remember this, but those of you who do watch baseball, you guys will remember that in 1970-something, I think it was 76 or 77, there was a Sports Illustrated writer who picked the year, whatever it was, 20, whatever it was, when the Astros would win the World Series. And that was the year they first won the World Series. And so he did that 70s, 80s, 90s. He did it 30-plus years before the year. He picked the year. But he also picked that the Tigers would win the 2024 World Series. And he was re-interviewed on, it wasn't Sports Illustrated, what was it? I'll have to find it. But he was re-interviewed about a month ago, and they said, being the long Nostradamus of this, of picking that Astros game, and some other things he's picked, but they were like, are you still standing by your Tigers, even though they're in rebuilding? He goes, yeah, well, they're in a fast track rebuilding, and by 2024 they're going to come out strong, young, and with some superior management. And he said, so I absolutely still stand by it. So he still stands by his prediction, and his last prediction made 32 or 30 years prior. So he guessed that. And then when that hit, he was like, all does work. And again, that was 10+ years out. So I was like, dude, seriously? I don't know if you guys ever saw Back to the Future 2. Stupid movie. It was definitely a transition movie. You went in there and it left you with this, not only a cliffhanger, but what did I just watch? What happened? But were we all not thinking? What the hell's his name? The bad guy. That took the sports book. But were we not all thinking that same thing? Dude, travel back to the past and bet on all those games, yo. So I don't know if this guy did that. I don't know if this guy's got a flying DeLorean. No idea, but it runs on garbage. But yeah, I was It's pretty weird that he gets these things, like 30 years and 20, such and such, the Astros will win the World. Really? How do you know? And then he knew. Yes, there you go. Yeah. But I think that Marty, played by Michael J. Fox, I think Marty had the same idea too, because he bought the book, right? Marty bought, if I remember, maybe not, maybe Biff, I don't know. Again, stupid movie, I really don't remember. Loved the first Back to the Future, hated the second one. I can't remember really about the third one. I remember it was about a train or something. I don't know. I felt like that was one of those franchises that just needed to let the first movie be. Obviously, they were riding on the franchise money, and they really wanted to milk it. But I hate it when they do that with movies. You should only have part 2, 3, 4s if it makes sense. You know, if you make this amazing movie like the first one, don't try and build the story out after the fact. You know, the best movies that have multiple parts are based on books or are kind of meant to be that way. You know, like a Harry Potter or Godfathers or things like that. Biff. Yeah, it was Biff. I don't remember, though. I think it was Marty that bought the book because he was a slacker. He lost it out of his pocket or something and Biff. I don't remember. I mean, obviously I kind of remember, but I don't fully remember. But okay, so I started this. How long? 37 minutes. How far out am I? It says I'm 6 minutes out from the other one, and I'm going to be on, where am I? Well, I'm on Arapahoe, but where am I near? It seems like on a sunny day I can, like, tell you without even looking at a map, and on a rainy day I'm like, but I'm on Arapahoe. I'm about to pass Chambers. Okay. So Tony, Driven Dad, knows where I am. I think the trilogy is better than most. Yeah, but Tony, what does that say? Come on, man. The trilogy was actually, the second one was so stupid, dude. It was so stupid. I really am not I love cliffhangers, but I believe they only belong in, like, good show series, like where you're leaving it off for the next season. Like, dude, Back to the Future ended in a perfect way. The second one was just junk. They're like floating back and forth between I don't know. And the third one, if I remember right, I really don't remember the third one other than it was a Western, but I do think that I remember I liked the third one better than the second one. Still didn't like it too much, but liked it better than the other one. Part 2 really just got to me. I was like, what is this stupid piece of crap? I guess what I'm thinking 2 could have been done in about 15 minutes and then built into part 3 somehow. They didn't need to like that. Again, I'm a fan of movies big time. I'm kind of a cinephile in a way. And to be honest, like, I think that Back to the Future is a movie. Obviously, I know why they did it. It's a movie that should have just had the first one. Personal opinion. Obviously, it's money. Let's not even look. It's money, but and for those of you wondering, this one was a white glove, so a good sequel, Godfather 2. So Derek's asking, good sequel, Godfather 2. I just had another one in my head too. I had a really good one too. I mean, to be honest, it's Empire Strikes Back, clearly. But no, I'm still thinking of another one. Like, again, like, I'll take, like, a Raiders of the Lost Ark. I thought the second one was crap. I thought it was pure. I don't know. It's like the Star Wars. It's like, Star Wars New Hope 4, 5, and 6, which was actually 1, 2, and 3. I feel like that's the 1, 2, and 3, or 4, 5, and 6 were great. Then they went to 1, 2, and 3, and it just became about marketing and kids, and let's have stupid like things happen. I don't know. I am not a fan of the Star Wars that happened after the real Star Wars. All three of them could just burn. I think that they were all wasted times. 1, 2, and 3 that lead up to 4, 5, 6. If anything, 3 might have been okay, but even then, like it was even hard to follow the plot line for me because I'm just like these are just stupid. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I could probably, when I'm home, I could probably go through and if I was really taking the time, I could list you some follow-ups that I thought were good or trilogies, sequels, kind of thing. But it's not a ton. I mean, for the most part, I don't think. Oh, and you know what I will give though? I will say that, and this is kind of a new one. I did just go see the finale with my son a couple weeks back. It's still in theaters. We went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy, the one that I think it's 3. I think it's the third one that shuts it. That's the end. It's over now. And I thought they did an amazing job closing out that one. I think that Marvel it does really good at that kind of stuff. I thought Guardians of the Galaxy is now my favorite Marvel movie series, and I know that can be debated by people, but yeah. So, my turn. But if you guys haven't seen those, 1, 2, and 3 Guardians of the Galaxy, those are awesome, man. I don't even care if you're not a big fan of most Marvel things or whatever. Like those are a little bit different and definitely worth watching. Really good trilogy there. Mm-hmm. Hey, what's up, Jersey? How you doing? Fucker sending me, man. Okay, 618. It's right here and it's for lease. Great. That doesn't help me, man. I hate it when buildings don't have addresses. They're easy to find. Okay. This isn't. What the hell? Oh, it says it's on Clinton. What? Never mind. Oh my god, dude! I want you to see a crew working hard. It's not even raining, you guys. I want you to see this though. I'm gonna probably get beat up for showing you guys this, but take a look out the window. It's not even raining here, and that's how they're working. I'm sick of that shit, man. See that all the time around here. I did landscaping for years. It's hard work. That's bullcrap, man. Fucking addresses, man. 6840. What? Alright, guys. I might have to switch over to make a call here because these guys are pissing me off. Let me see. Faven? No, just Centennial. Okay, well, that doesn't help me at all. 6961. Okay, well that's part of the problem. The wrong address in month. 6961. That's the other side of the street. Man, this is I don't think I've ever been back here before, which is weird. Tony, I'll have to show you on a map later, like tomorrow when I see you, where I am, because this is weird, man. It's hard to figure out where I am back here. Never had this problem. Okay. Fucking trust, man. This is really, really pissing me off. Hey, boss. Is this 6961?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What are you looking for?
I got two. I got 3 curry boxes, small. You want me to bring them here?
For what? For who?
Curry's a hot shot delivery. I don't know. They're for you guys.
Is it for okay? White Cat.
Is that not you?
Well, yeah, it could be. Let's see here. PL Cache Valley Electric. Cache Valley. Right there.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, no doubt, dude. The place I am right now is 6961. You guys heard me say that, but there's like 4 different construction companies back here, and the trailer I just walked into had 3 guys, and the one they just said I had to go to has no doors open, so not a good sign because it's a white glove. Let's see.
Charging cable connected. Recording will continue.
And there's like all kinds of disaster back here on the ground. They better be here. Trailer. I see a truck. Hopefully they are there. Let's see. I'll take you with me. We'll see if you like playing ball. Oh, YouTube. Okay, so a little bit of having to find something. 48 minutes 32. Is it still going? Doesn't look like my clock is moving now.
Audio video recording has stopped.
Hey, can somebody hit oh wait, looks like it's going now. There it is. I don't know what's going on. The live stream paused. But oh my god, now all the workers are coming back from lunch.
We are audio
I'll play
recording this ride.
Look out, guys, I'm coming. Yeah, I know. They're laughing at me because I'm going backwards. Yeah. Well, learn to drive as good as I can, and then maybe you guys can drive backwards too. Yeah, so, okay. Let me see. So, 48 minutes, probably, I didn't know, this was stopped for a quick second, but 49 minutes, 50 minutes. Let me see how far I am from home. Do I have time to get home to do the last mile? It says I'm 31 minutes from home. I think this is going to be the last mile today, guys. I really do. I'm going to go back in and change the title and make it the last mile live this week, because that was a little bit. I'll break down here in a second, or maybe I'll do it now so that I can keep it at the hour. But yeah, so let's see. So I think it was, I don't remember if it was exactly 85. Sometimes there's change on them most of the time. I don't know why. It should just be straight dollars because, I mean, why is there change? but on orders like this. But so it was right around 85. I don't know if it was 83.92, 84.97, 86.22, but it was right. It was within $1 or dollar and change of $85. 2 deliveries, 110-pound box, and then just 3 power tools linked to Waltz. And now I am done. So I'm heading towards home, but if I get another Curry or any other last mile services, then I will take it because I'm 30 minutes from home. So if I get, obviously I'm down south a bit, and a lot of Curries come from here, so I'm actually going to take my time driving it back slow. But I do like the last mile to be an hour long, so in about 9 minutes I'll probably end this, or even sooner, I don't know. But I'll just call this one the last mile live, I guess. This episode was live. Because, even if I were to haul home, I won't make 1 o'clock. So this will just be it. This will be the last mile today. But, yeah, it was $85. That was a really, really good Curry run for $85, 52 minutes. Yes, I'm a half hour from home, but I'm out working. So I'm not really heading home. I might even turn on some crap apps. I don't know. Actually, Tony would be a good gauge. Okay, Tony, it is, 12:30. I'm at Arapahoe and Peoria, kind of heading back to my neck of the woods. Is it worth turning on anything? And is there a better area for me to go if I were to turn on DoorDash, UE, like some of the crap apps while I'm waiting to see if a Curry comes through? Because that's what I use them for primarily, guys. Like, right now it's lunch. I know there might be a few orders, so I roll the dice and take a couple chances with those apps, but I'm really just waiting for real orders to come through on other apps. You know, like if I picked up a DoorDash, I got no problem canceling it, letting it go. I don't care. If a good Curry comes through, it's gone. I don't care. I just am doing them to earn a little bit of money. But if Tony tells me that there's something down here worth kind of hanging around, I'm passing I'm on the north side of Top Golf because I can see their netting, and I'm passing the car dealerships on Arapahoe. I don't know. Play that game, baby. I will. If Tony tells me to play the game, but Tony only tell me to play the game if the game is worth it. Because otherwise, I'd rather go play the game up in my neighborhood, where it's still not worth it, but I'd be in my neighborhood. Because Curries come out of here. Normally in the morning, Curries come out of here, or even more south, like down by where Tony and Lisa live. But in the days, some of the hot shots that come through are often just up in Northfield, where if you don't live here, that's just kind of north of where I live. It's just on the other side of I-70 from like Park Hill. So, no search. I don't know. Does that mean don't bother? Are you saying don't bother? Because I'm not somebody who just leaves it on. In fact, because I'm gonna be doing a few DoorDash. It's been a while. I did a couple not too long ago, but I'm gonna be doing some stuff for Para. We are not going for tip transparency again. We're just looking for a couple other things we're trying to do. I'm actually helping move that needle forward. We don't care anymore about that. We do. They should show transparency, but because we've been served twice at Para for that, we've spent a lot of money on legal, battling DoorDash off and fending them off. And that second time, David's reply did not make them very happy. So if we were to push the limits with them again, I feel like they might kind of go to town on us and take us to court. And even our lawyer, the lawyer that David hired, by the way, guys, when DoorDash served us the first time, and the same guy who represented when they served us the second time, at Para, which both of the cease and desists from DoorDash to Para are framed on the wall at Para headquarters in San Francisco, just FYI. So if you're ever out in the city, let me know. I can call Chan and arrange for you guys. It's nothing fancy, but arrange for you guys to take a walkthrough on the Para in the Para small office. But at least you can go in and take your pictures next to the DoorDash cease and desist orders. We've got them placed on the wall so you can stand in between. You know, and tours aren't big, but you can go. You'll meet the Para team. If you're ever out in the city, let me know. All DoorDash has been trashed today. Yeah. So I figured as much. Sometimes, you know, I don't know. Even Curry was slow today. Like, I was glad I grabbed what I did, but I don't know. I feel like the day after the 4th, like I just showed you. I mean, there was a landscaping crew. I don't know if you guys could see it because I didn't want to be a total jerk and like get out of the car and film them and be like, you know, like at a zoo, like, hey, this is what lazy looks like. But that, to me, that's what lazy looks like. I see it a lot around here. There was like a 5-man crew that still needed to do the job too. It wasn't like, I mean, having done landscaping, I understand that sometimes you need to wait for the truck to come back to pick you up. You know, maybe they drop that crew off and then they go drop another crew off and they come back and get you when you're done. I've dealt with all this stuff, but they had the trucks there. They had all the equipment unloaded, and my guess is that maybe it had just rained here for a second, and yeah, you pause, but dude, like these guys were straight up sleeping. And it wasn't, I mean, if that's their lunch, that's never how lunch worked with us. You know, you have a couple of guys, because it can rain out here on a dime, you don't have your 5-man team take lunch at once and take a siesta under a tree and go to sleep. You have 2 or 3 guys take lunch, and then you have the other guys take lunch so that you can be getting some trimming and other things done. These guys were all just laying there. I don't know. To me, if I owned that landscaping company, I'd come there and be like, is there a reason why I'm paying you? You know. But I guess lazy is kind of the new way to be. I mean, it seems like lazy's popular these days. It seems like being lazy is like the cool thing. If you're lazy, you're cool. And to me, I just didn't grow up that way. You know, I grew up hardworking. You know, even when I was in high school, I had 2 jobs when I was in high school, and both of them in not the biggest town in the world, Lansing, East Lansing, Michigan. One of the jobs was in East Lansing, one was in Lansing, but guess what, guys? Both of them were at Mexican restaurants. One of them was La Senorita in Lansing, and one of them was Chi-Chi's in Okemos, which is actually on the other side of East Lansing. But the Lansing metro area, I worked in 2 Mexican restaurants, one of which I bussed and did prep at, and the other one I did prep cook, bust, and then I became a server only at Chi-Chi's. So, you know, and I was pretty young too, so it was pretty cool that I was able to deal with. They gave me lunch shifts and stuff when I was 17, and then when I turned 18, then I could have the full shifts, but you know, couldn't run the liquor and stuff when I was 17. So, and each state's different, but in Michigan, I don't know if it still is, but in Michigan, when I grew up, if you were 18 years old, you weren't allowed to drink. Clearly, it still was 21, obviously, but you were allowed to work at a restaurant and take alcohol to the table. You couldn't bartend, but you could be a server and do it. I don't know if that's changed, because here in Colorado, when I owned the bars, you couldn't have anybody under 18 touch alcohol at all. So you couldn't have servers, bartenders, nothing until they were 21. They couldn't even take a drink to a table, like bottles of beer. I mean, come on, guys, like, why? I mean, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I should do, Tony. I'm heading back up 25 now. Just a crappy day, dude. But I did just make, like, that's the only thing I did today, too. I've been working from home, but I was waiting for something good to come through. Nothing. Usually I schedule myself in the morning with Curry, and being the 4th of July yesterday, nothing came through. I wasn't surprised, but there was nothing scheduled that came through. I think maybe one did, but I looked at it and it was even like something I might have taken, but it was already claimed by the time I saw it. I wasn't sitting on my phone yesterday or near it, so I didn't see it when it came in. But yeah, at least I got my double in today. You know, if I get another one now, great. But yeah, I think that's about it, you guys. And I'm on my way home, and I guess this will be called the Last Mile this week. I will rename it, and it was a Last Mile Live. And so yeah, I should have announced it that way in the beginning. I should have realized the time and that it wasn't going to overlap right. But luckily, I didn't have a thumbnail out. I didn't create anything yet, so I was just going to go home and hit live. So this will be it, and yeah, I guess my job when I get home will just be to create a thumbnail, a different one than my live Curry. So, and then I'll rename it. But thank you guys for joining. I am looking for people, by the way, I'm looking for people to do Amazon Flex to be on a Last Mile with me. I'm looking for 2 people, one at least, but 2 people, and if it's just one, at least one that's done a decent amount of them too. So, yeah, and if you gig it in Minneapolis, if you catch this, email me, steve@ridesharerodeo.com. I would love to get you on because I know you do a lot of flex. I want to compare it in either next week or the week after. If it's not next week, I'll probably talk about drop-off next week because I've done a couple of those lately. So, yeah, Last Mile Space, guys, get into it. There's so many different things. Maybe that's what next week will be. Maybe next week will be just a list. And I'm talking website. I'm talking apps. Let's go through them all. Let's go through what everyone is. We'll spend like 2 minutes on each one. It'll still take us an hour. And I'll just give you an overview. This one's a website. You just go here, sign up, and this is what this one does. This is what this one does. And I won't even talk about the market. I'll just tell you what the app does because, again, I don't know what it's going to do in your market. You know? But I am about to pass the GigCon Hotel. So if anybody wants to, you know what? I'll keep the stream going for that. Why not? In case you guys are coming out to GigCon, I'm about to pass the GigCon Hotel, exiting Colorado here, and heading to my hood. And or I'm not passing. This is heavens. Oh, okay. Never mind. Joe, Derek, Tony, Giggity, Flower, Jersey, whoever else was in here, other Joe, yeah, whoever else was in here. I don't know who this one is. Stony J, or am I reading that right? Steiny J. How you doing? And then Flower, anybody else who made it in, thank you for joining us. Catch the Last Mile next week. And if you do Amazon Flex, please email me, steve@ridesharerodeo.com.